Max Holloway defends his featherweight title against Alexander Volkanovski at UFC 245 this Saturday. This is also the Battle Camp. Please hit the subscribe button. You'll find it in the bottom right hand corner of your screen. So this is the co-main event for this triple header showcase of mixed martial arts. This is a crazy stat card, like I've mentioned to you guys before, and this fight is gaining a lot of intrigue from the MMA community. And the reason why I think there's a lot of interest around this fight is because people see in Volkanovski an opponent that Max Holloway hasn't really had to fight before. So some of Volkanovski's strengths are: one, his actual strength, his physical strength. Two, I believe he's an extremely fundamentally sound striker. Three, his power. When he does land, he lands with power. And four, he's an extremely strong wrestler. When I say strong, I don't mean physically strong, technically strong wrestler. So that's from a takedown defense standpoint, and also he's a good wrestler as well. If he wants to take you down, he can take you down. Now, all of these things Max Holloway has seen before, but I don't believe he's seen them in one opponent, which is why I think a lot of people are looking forward to this fight to see if Max Holloway can negotiate the different looks that Volkanovski is going to give him. So let's talk a little bit about Volkanovski. Volkanovski, like I said, is a very fundamentally sound striker. And what I like about him is he's constantly moving. And he's not just moving for the sake of moving. He's moving to set traps and work out his opponent so he can expose areas in which he can exploit with strikes. And also, another thing that I like about Volkanovski is he's got an extremely strong jab. A ramrod of a jab, as they say. But usually he's the shorter man. And I like the way he sets up his punches, or his power punches even, by he'll step in, throw a leg kick. The leg kick will obviously force his opponent to move, to try and check the kick, or to try and move out the way of the kick, or do you know what I mean? It will force your opponent to make a movement, and he'll exploit that with a punch over the top. And when he does land a power shot, I like the way he's not a guy that sees his opponent that hurt and then he goes crazy and just starts swinging for the fences. He remains technical, he remains calm, and he focuses on his technique to allow opportunities for him to throw power punches, rather than just throwing power punches because he knows he can, if that makes sense. He's an intelligent fighter. Max Holloway, he's basically the greatest featherweight in UFC history, just off the back of the strength of his resume. And oh, I thought an alarm was going off there, but it's just a bus braking. All right, so yeah, Max Holloway. The reason why he's so good is his fight IQ. And why is his fight IQ so high? It's because he knows how to manage distance. He's 9 times out of 10, he's a taller fighter, especially in the featherweight division. And he uses the fact that he has a superior reach to his advantage, because it's not just that he manages distance by stepping in and out, moving, and always constantly being on his toes. He's constantly applying pressure to his opponent and just staying on the end of the reach of his opponent. And every time his opponent throws something, he just reaches over and gives him a little slap, a little jab, a little hook. He doesn't often throw a flurry or a combination of power punches. It's always, he'll always soften you up first by just keeping you on the end of his punches. And every time you throw, he'll just with head movement move out the way, or he'll just take a little step back, but then he's right back there, right in front of you, putting pressure on his opponent. And what that usually does is, by the time you get to the second, third round, he's overwhelmed his opponent by basically frustrating them, by them not being able to get hit, and them personally getting hit so often. And then 2, that fatigues your opponent. If you're constantly trying to hit something that's not there, and in return you're getting slapped, or you're getting a jab in your face, you're going to get tired. Now, things Volkanovski can do that could beat Max Holloway are this. One, Jose Aldo, in the last fight, even though he lost it, he had some success with his leg kicks. I mentioned earlier that Volkanovski likes to set up his jabs with leg kicks, but he doesn't throw them with full power. I think a way that Volkanovski could try and stop Max Holloway from dictating the distance with his movement is to try and slow him down by throwing power low kicks, basically, by putting power in his low kicks. That could stop or slow Max Holloway down earlier on in the fight. The other area that I think could be another area that Volkanovski could find success in is we saw Max Holloway against Dustin Poirier, and he got hurt a couple of times. Like I said, Volkanovski throws with power, and if he's able to what's the right word, to hinder the movement of Max Holloway with leg kicks, he might find openings and opportunities to connect with power shots, and that might give him an opportunity to potentially knock out Max Holloway. There's a chance, right? And also, like I mentioned to you, he's extremely strong. So I don't think that Volkanovski has much to worry about in terms of sustaining long periods of ground and pound, or potentially getting submitted by Max Holloway. So shoot for the takedown. Have a go. See if you can get him down. If Max Holloway winds up on top, I think Volkanovski has the skill and the strength to get back to his feet. So what I'm basically trying to say is mix it up and try and keep Max Holloway guessing, and that might be a way that Volkanovski can win this fight. Now, by the way I've explained that, you can probably tell that I'm not very convinced that this is going to happen. And the reason I say this is Max Holloway, just by the way he dealt with Jose Aldo on both occasions, I don't feel like Volkanovski has enough to defeat Max Holloway, if I'm honest. I think Max Holloway will be able to read I think because Max Holloway is quite a loose fighter. When Volkanovski's moving and feinting, I don't think that will affect Max Holloway so much. It's not something that will make him tense up, or it's not something that will make him have to reset. I think Max Holloway is very good at, when his opponent throws, at one, riding punches, and at two, seeing an opponent shape up to throw something, and he'll get out of the way and then just come back in again. Max Holloway is an extremely talented fighter, and he's extremely intelligent, and I just think he's going to overwhelm Volkanovski the same way he has done majority of his previous opponents, the same way he did to Frankie Edgar, the same way he did to Brian Ortega, and the same way he did to Anthony Pettis. I can't see anything but a Max Holloway victory. I'd kind of, if I had to choose, I'd say it's a points victory, but I think there is a chance that he could potentially finish Volkanovski late on in the fight, kind of in the second half of the fourth round, or the fifth round, something like that. Volkanovski hasn't been 5 rounds. I think I've said this earlier on in the video, but I'll just say it again quickly. Volkanovski hasn't been 5 rounds. And I think Max Holloway has the style and the intelligence to frustrate Volkanovski. And I think the fact that it's his first 5-round fight, I think he'll feel the effects of it. Volkanovski will. And I think Max Holloway has the skills and intelligence to exploit that at the end of the fight, and I think Max Holloway will walk away and still the featherweight champion. Let me know what you guys think. Put your comments below. Don't be scared to hit the like button. If you've been here before and you haven't subscribed yet, do it. Share this with a friend. I can't remember the list of things that I tell you guys to do that no one ever listens to. So I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. But thanks for watching if you're still here. I'll catch you guys on the next one.